All right, we're here today at the Outside Groove Racing Trade Show at the Jacobs Building with Matt Barrett and Chris Wilson. We're going to be talking about the Cumberland Plateau Open Wheel Racing Series that's going to be new for the 2022 season. Matt, tell us a little bit about the series this year.
All right, well, it looks like, Raymond Shepard with Wartburg Speedway, him, guys from I-75, Mountain View, boys and guys got together wanting to do something for their locals, little mini series for something to stay for the guys close around their house, and put a nice little 10-12 race deal together for these guys and asked me to, I'm around all the modified shows and they know my love for them, and asked if I'd mind coming, teching, helping, just be around and guide them a little bit if I can. And I've learned a lot from Chris and them guys, and hopefully could help them and keeps things going. Their little deal don't conflict with anything, with the Bruce Built deal, and hopefully guys can get all they want with what Chris has got and what these guys has put together, and I'll be around all of them, still supporting every one of them, and hopefully they could all work together and really build this modified deal up, around our area.
See, right now there's 12 races scheduled, with a couple of them that are to be announced. Where are some of the tracks that you'll be hitting this year?
Right now there's Wartburg, Mountain View, Crossville, I-75, and Boyd's. I feel if it would be great if, we still lack a few of our other key little tracks around here, so hopefully the TBAs guys will see that, Raymond could use a few more, and hopefully continue with the last little few in our circle here, and guys will just get to race everywhere and still work and be able to compete for somewhat kind of a points title, and just hopefully it works out for everyone.
So Chris has bounced around from late models to open wheels. He's run open wheels the last couple of years, got several wins at those tracks mentioned. What do you think about the tracks and the schedule that's available right now?
Well, what I like about it is I'm right in Crossville, so every track that we're going to, other than having to travel just a little bit to go to Boyd's, which everybody loves going to Boyd's, but being right there in Crossville, I can hit all those tracks, within an hour from the house. It makes the most sense for me to just, I work at 9 to 5, like everybody else, and I think a lot of us open wheel guys are the ones that, need a little mini series like this, because we're just the working man series, basically. So we're just looking forward to saying, hey, we're going to run this deal, and we're going to hit all the open wheel shows that make sense for us. Other than this, we're going to try to do as much as we can. But we built a house in the last year and kind of hit or miss some races, and done just kind of a very limited schedule the last couple of years. But we're going to get out and support this and support the other series, and just anything that we can do and afford to do, we're going to do it.
All right, so looking ahead, what are your general rules package for the series? What's it look like?
Well, of course, with the open wheels and the modifieds, the UMP is our structured area, so there's tons of UMP cars around. So for the most part, the basic is UMP rules, the body rules, suspension. The only thing that these guys do different is allow both brands of tires. You could run the 30-60 Hoosier, or you could run the hard or extra hard of the American Racer. And, that's pretty much the only difference. So guys can come if they got both and run. It's just a great deal for everybody, and not to leave no one out.
So we'll go to the big question, and that's, with all the racers right now, is going to be money. What's your payouts and your purse structure and all that look like so far?
Well, with Raymond and them guys, they got together and they figured the $1,200 to win, $125 to start was a great deal that Chris had started, and that was just, it worked really good for these guys, and they threw that out there, and it's awesome for them. They're doing no entry fees for this year. Is it a huge deal for some? Yes. For some, no. But it's just every little bit helps with these guys, and hopefully they just go and support and could bring another person or whatever they need to do to it. Luckily, Raymond got sponsors and the tracks, and they pulled it off to do that. That's a tough deal to do with no entry fees, because it does take a lot of work and effort. So hopefully that's an incentive too. But no, 1,200 to win, 125 to start is his goal. I think they got a couple 2,000 to win races in there. They haven't announced. They're just still working on their sponsor list. No, I think it's a great deal. It's just more options for the racers.
And I saw that they did have a small points payout as well.
They do have a good little small points payout. First place is 2,000, down to fifth place is 500. I mean, like I said, for working guys like Chris and them, to not have to leave 2 hours from their house and give them that feel of running for a points deal and not affecting so much of traveling, even though they will want to, it's tough. So these guys get to feel like stars, hopefully, and race for great money weekly and earn points and be a part of something and not have to be far from the house.
Right. So we'll go back to Chris, and we all know the goals for 2022 is win every race that you enter. Probably not a realistic goal, but what are your goals for 2022?
Really, ever since we got this car, if we finished a race, we're in the top three, So, top threes, that's the goal. Anything other than that is to me not a very good night. So, we've got good competitors, and what I like about the open wheel deal is just, for the most part and stuff. These guys that are driving these cars are the same guys that own them, and they don't want to tear their car up any more than I want to tear mine up. And there's a lot of give and take, and for the most part, we really got some good, clean racers, and that's what I like about it. Just a lot of respect in this class. It feels like to me, and that's not knocking any other class. That's just how I feel about it, and between all these races and anything close to the house that we can do. I think we got a top three car, and that's where we should stack up.
All right, we're getting close to the end. Matt, where can they go to get a little bit more information about the series?
Well, Raymond would have loved to have been here this weekend. Me and Chris both are just filling in, helping him out. Going to be a part just to help. He had a show. They're going to get a Facebook page going. They're going to get some more info for guys. If you have sponsorship questions, contact Raymond, maybe on his Facebook page, Wartburg Speedway, or if you need some help, I could help you guide you to him. But it's a good deal, and hopefully we can get everything out there for guys to make some plans.
Yeah, I definitely think it's something that is needed in this area, in the region. Chris, we'll give you a second to thank your sponsors if you want to do that, since your ride's here.
Yeah. First of all, just thank Matt and Raymond for letting us bring the car here and show it off over the weekend. I want to thank my buddy Josh Gunner for helping me get it ready and get it finished up to bring it here and show it off. Joe Klein at Outlaw Graphics, he always does all our lettering and does an amazing job. He's a real good friend of ours, and he's a real good friend to a lot of people that are doing this. But PPM Racing Products, they've been a big supporter of mine. And Randy Hamby, that he does our shocks down at PPM, and they help me out tremendously. Any question I've got, they always help me. Junior Brown with Brown Construction, he's been with me a long time. He'll do anything for me. He's a good supporter. And Lucas Lee Motorsports and their business out of Paris, Tennessee, with Tank Linings in Paris. They're going to help us out this year. And Richard Harlow at Diamond Collision Repair up in Kentucky. He's a big open wheel guy. And his son and Ricky Arms, they drive for him. And he decided he wanted to help us out a little bit this year, so that means a lot. And then just my employer, where I work, Scarlett's Collision Repair in Crossville. We put them on the car, and they give me a job and an opportunity to make a living. So I just want to put it on the car to say, hey, that's where I work, and if you're in or around Crossville, and you got a collision repair work, bring it to them.
All right, I appreciate your time, guys. It's just a kind of an introduction to the Cumberland Plateau Open Wheel Racing Series. It'll be coming to you in 2022. There'll be more information out on Facebook pages once they get that going. Like Matt said, you can contact him or Raymond Shepard, Wartburg Speedway. They're kind of overseeing it. But this is from the Outside Groove Racing Show.